First off, I like to say hi, you guys. I'm so excited. Okay, so I just want to give you guys like a general update about me and how I started my business and everything that I have been in. My trauma, my problems, my do's and my don'ts. This is my personal opinion, my personal views, my personal things that I went through. In this ebook, I gave you guys pretty much everything you need to know to start your business. Your marketing is so important, especially when you're having a beauty salon, because you want people to come. You want to make sure you have a good team. So I'm just going to start off by first and foremost saying thank you guys so much for purchasing my ebook, The Pink Print. Not only do I have a bachelor's degree, as I told y'all in the ebook, in fashion retail management, but I have owned over 2 businesses and I've had made millions of dollars on online sales. And I just love to help people. I love to create. I love to tell the trauma so that you guys could be great. I wish people would have told me this. Like when I started my business, I called all my friends and I was like, what do I need to do? And it's like everybody experience is different. So my experience might not be your experience. And sometimes it might be easier for you. Sometimes it might be harder. But I'm just here as a guideline to help you guys. A lot of these notes in my book are from my college notes. So keep in mind of those. You have some good knowledge in there. So first I'm going to start off about like a little bio about me. My name is Chaz. I'm 30 years old. I have always wanted a beauty bar, something where a one-stop shop where everybody can get all their services done. Just like when you're at the nail salon and you want to get your feet and nails done at the same time. What if you can get your feet, nails, lashes, hair done? Of course, my favorite color is pink. So I created something that was girly, that is upscale, luxury. I just wanted it to be something where girls could come together as a sisterhood. So I'm going to give you the do's and the don'ts. Okay, so when I first started my business, I'm going to tell you how it happened. So when I first started my business, I had a budget of only $20,000. Actually, I didn't even have that, you guys. I had $15,000, maybe 10. And by the grace of God, I don't know how I opened up this shop. I spent $40,000 on this salon. I don't know how. And I don't know, it's almost as if it's like God threw the money out at me, but I manifest, you guys. I can't say this. I want to cry talking about how powerful of the tongue and manifestation is. When you write it down, you speak it, and you say it out loud, it comes to life. So keep in mind, if you want to do something, write in your notepad that I am going to be great. I am going to open up this shop. I am going to be successful. It's not always easy, and thankfully, by the grace of fucking God again, I've made over $100,000+ my first year. A lot of people don't even make that first year, and they don't do good in business. You have 2 different options when you're doing a beauty salon. You could do commission or you could do booth rent. Commission, you can kind of make a little more money, but it's more tedious. You have to make sure that people are paying you the right amount. You have to make sure they're at work. I didn't want to deal with all of that, so I decided to do booth rent. Booth rent is where you pay once a week once a week on a specific day at a specific time. And I just wanted everybody to make money and have fun, and we all make money. I wanted a girl team. I wanted to promote my girls. I wanted us to become a family, a sisterhood. So I'll just give you like a little update on, I'll kind of keep tapping the screen just to make sure we're still on. But I just want to give you like a little update on like how it started for me, like the process. So I'll give it to you raw. And I want to make it quick because I want to be able for you guys to be able to listen, understand, and it's not so long and I'm just dragging it. So I'm going to let you know the steps. And if any of you guys have any questions about what I'm asking you, you have unlimited access mentorship with me once you purchase my ebook. You can email me at itgirlbeautybar@gmail.com. Just let me know your first and last name and let me know your question. Or you could just DM me and be like, hey, this is Jessica. I just purchased your ebook. You said this. Can you elaborate and help me more? You guys have free access to me at all times. So let's start here. Okay, so I had about between I'll just say roughly $10,000 to $20,000. I found a contractor. He said that he'll do my project for $22,000. So I had $10,000 up front to give him. And I was like, okay, 22,000, you'll do everything. He was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, fucking great. You know, because at the time, I was like, I can get that. Like, yeah, let's do it. So I gave him the deposit the first day I met him. That was where I fucked up at. You don't never give anybody a deposit when you first meet them. You want to see their background. You want to make sure they're licensed. When you're opening up a building, not only do you have to have your license, but the contractor has to have their license. Especially if you're adding stuff. Like if you get a building and it's already built and you like how it is, you're fine. But if you're building things, you're using wood, material, your contractor must be licensed. They have to be licensed. So when you find your contractor, you want to say, hey, can I see your credentials? Can I see your license? Make sure you have a contract on when they're going to start and when the due date is. And if not, then they need to take some money off. If they don't finish that project within a certain amount of time, you need to tell them, hey, if it needs to be due by this date, because if not, I need some money off. Because how it works is this: when you're when you're getting a building. So I'll give you an example of mine. I got my building in July. I had 3 free months: July, August, September. I was supposed to be open I got my building. I'm sorry, you guys. I got my building in March. I was supposed to be open in July. So March, April, May, June, July. He did not finish my building till October. If I would have had that in a contract, if he didn't finish by July, he would have had to cut some money off of this. He was taking his time. He was dragging his feet. I ended up coming out of pocket an extra $15,000 because he did not finish on time. Because when you get a building and you sign your contract, you can say, hey, can I have 3-4 months to build out my build out and get my licensing? They do that. So if you want to get a building, you say, hey, can I get 3 free months so my contractor can finish out? That way you can get it up and rolling. You can do that, and you have to make sure they are done at that certain amount of time. If not, they're not done. Now you have to pay. Now you don't have any girls, and it's just bad. You're pulling money out of nowhere, and sometimes it's not that easy. So just keep in mind that your contractor finished at the day that they said. That is so important. And making sure that he has his proper licensing. Make sure that when he say that he's doing something and he's submitting his licensing, you make sure you go to that site, wherever you are in the world, and make sure that you see it. They're showing you proof of this. Because my contractor was making it seem like he was doing a license and he wasn't. So I had to call, and they were like, well, he wasn't doing it. So I'm like, well, they say it was a horrible experience. I cried for 5 to 7 months straight. So let me be the person that you listen to, and just make sure that you're getting your license. Once you get your name registered, make sure you start getting your proper licensing if you know you're about to get a business, because that takes time. And you're not allowed under certain, I don't know where you guys are located, but in Georgia, you're not allowed to regulate a business without a lot of licensing. I had to get over 4 or 5 licenses that took weeks, that took months. So make sure when he's getting his license and he's doing it for the building, you're doing yours. It might be, the license fees aren't that much. They range between $60 to $300 max. So make sure you're getting all the license. I put the LegalZoom.com in the reference. If you guys have a hard time with that, and which I did for some reason, because shit is changing now. So you want to make sure you have everything in order to run your business, because a lot of people don't have their paperwork. So make sure your paperwork is in order. Go to LegalZoom.com, call LegalZoom.com, and make sure you see everything that you need to operate your business and get it done. It's simple as 1, 2, 3. It's that simple. LegalZoom will do it for you. You pay them between a $200 fee, and they'll register everything for you, and you pay your own licensing, and they'll give you your own portal. It's just easy, and they'll keep you updated on your license, because you have to renew them. You got to make sure they're renewed every year, or however every 6 months, whatever your license require. Okay, so moving on. So I had a hard time with the licensing thing. Like, I just couldn't figure it out. I was getting stuff wrong, and then when you get it wrong, it take like another week. So make sure you got all your shit aligned and ready. So when it's time, boom, you go. So back to the contractor. He didn't have the proper license. He was not licensed. I mean, he gave me a good price to do the building, but by the time he made me pay an extra $15,000 and all this other shit, it wasn't worth it. But he had already started the project, and a lot of people don't go back over a project. So that's why it's so important to make sure you have a contractor. Ask your family, your friends, you know, word of mouth. See who's a good reference for a contractor. Just make sure you do your research, you know, on them, because even when I tried to sue him, I couldn't, because he didn't give me the proper address. So I don't know I just know his first and last name. I can't find his information in the system. So it was just all bad for me, you know. So after that, we was going through the licensing processing. I had to end up paying rent, even though I wasn't open, because he was supposed to be done at a certain time. They gave me a certain amount of free days. It did not work. Okay, moving forward. Now, the building is done. Now you have to worry about your sign. Your sign is the attraction of the building. That's what's going to make people come in and out of your building. A sign ranges between $2,000 to $5,000. You could probably get something cheaper, but me personally, I went to Fast Signs. Fast Signs, you guys can look that up. I'm pretty sure that's in every state. I went to Fast Signs. I got a 3D sign with a pink highlight in the back, and my sign cost me maybe $4,500. But how it worked was I paid the $25 up front, and it took them. A sign takes a long time. A sign takes a long time. I am so sorry, you guys, and I don't know why every time I do a video, I be like, but just to touch bases back on, you know, what I had said in the previous video, just basically making sure that you have all your ducks in order, you have all your paperwork, all your licensing, making sure that your contractor, your building is efficient, making sure that when you sign your lease, you request the months that you need for your build out, because they can do that. So if you know that it's going to take 3 months to build out your stuff, or maybe 2 months, asking for 4 free months. There's nothing wrong with asking. You don't know if you don't ask. Stay focused, stay determined. There will be ups and downs. You'll have girls come in and out. You'll have people come in and out. That's part of the game. That's part of a business, but the establishment still remains the same. Make sure you have girls on call if something doesn't work out with certain girls. Making sure that you have a handyman on call as well, because anything can happen at any given time. So you want to make sure that you keep a range of these people in a close file, your notes, whatever you need in order to contact them if it's an emergency. And just making sure that you're saving and putting up, because there can be a time where you can make $2,000. There can be a time where you make $15,000. There can be a time where you make $0. So make sure that you're saving your money, putting it up, staying focused, staying determined, be physical, hands-on with your business. Promote, market, make sure that you make everybody feel comfortable. I mean, if you guys have any questions, you guys have unlimited access to ask me whatever you need, whenever you need it. Y'all can email me at itgirlbeautybar@gmail.com. If I missed something and you guys want to just ask me a question, feel free to do so. Thank you guys so much, and I hope this book works out for everybody.